Thinking about studying in Germany, you probably have heard it all from low tuition, top-notch education, and all of the good stuff about Germany. But is it really as perfect as it seems? In today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the things no one tells you about German universities, the good, the bad, and the things no one wants you about. First, let's start with early preparation and foundation. Now, you are in Germany. You've come from your own country and you're in a different environment entirely. Different university, probably different from what you're already used to in your country. Now, one thing you should know is that in Germany, exams are like pretty straightforward. You're going into an exam to get 100 points. So there's no assessment whatsoever. I'm sure you're used to like going through different assessment, maybe assignment, 10 paper, and this makes up for your assessment, and then you write an exams and it's a cumulative of both, and then you get graded. But the reverse is the case here in Germany. All I always tell people is that when you arrive in Germany, try to attend the first class. It's really important. Obviously, no one is going to force you to attend classes here in Germany. It's not even compulsory to attend classes. But you should know that in attending some of these lectures, especially the first class of the semester, professors tend to give like little, ideas of the kind of questions they might set in exams, because it's a whole lot in the module and no one is going to set like everything, like questions from everything. So the professors tend to give like some little ideas about what to come out in the exams. Also try to network with seniors who are already ahead of you in that same program and try to get like past questions or like examination ideas from them. That way you get a better understanding of the exam system in your university here in Germany. Most times the professors don't really set new questions. All they do is like come up with the same questions but in different manner. So they recycle the questions but in a way that you think it's new. So try to form study groups. This really helps. If you're a lone reader, you could study on your own in your house or the library. But also like when you have like little study groups, it helps you exchange ideas, and that way passing an exam would be really easy in a German university. Now you always hear it's tuition free in most German universities, but there are also hidden costs you should know about. So one of the hidden costs you should know about is the semester fee. Universities charges semester contribution fee, which ranges from about 150 to 300 euros. So you have to look up to check your universities to see how much they actually, charge for the semester fee in your respective universities. So that's one thing you should know. So you don't think, okay, it's tuition free, so everything is entirely free. No, you have to pay a semester fee, and this covers your transportation around Germany and your city, and also some development living. And you also have to know that you need to cover the cost of living. Most German universities don't offer accommodations. We only connect you with like providers of housing, in Germany, which is like easier, like maybe Student and Werk. Cities like Munich, Berlin, and Hamburg are not cheap. So you should have this in mind, when considering studying in some of these cities, that accommodation are not just difficult to come by, but when they do come by, they're expensive. Now, next up is the language barrier. Even though Germany has tons of English taught master's program, the reality is you're still in Germany. Most bachelor's programs are taught in German, and outside of campus, a lot of things from official documentation to day-to-day conversation will all be done in Germany. If you don't know German things like apartment hunting, which has some sort of abbreviations in Germany like 2 rooms or 3 rooms, or like cold rent or warm rent, grocery shopping, and receiving emails in German, it could be a challenge for you. You really have to feel fully integrated if you don't have some sort of German language skills. Next up is the bureaucracy. Welcome to the land of paperwork. German bureaucracy is no joke. Getting a residence permit to enrolling at the university, every step involves forms, stamps, waiting in long queues. So one thing I would advise you is get ready for enormous amount of paperwork or form fillings. Remember when I had to extend my visa to get the resident permit card? Wow, I spent over 2-3 months to do that. So you need to bring in a lot of patience when coming into Germany, because the level of bureaucracy is at its highest level. Next up is the academic culture shock. German universities have a very independent, self-study focused learning style. Here you don't find the same hand-holding technique you're already used to from your various countries. Here most classes are lecture based, and most of the professors expect you to keep up on your own. Your entire grade might even depend on just one final exam, and in some cases a bonus point from an assignment. So don't get it twisted. How this bonus work works is, if you're given an assignment or case study or term paper, you only get the mark added to your final grade if you pass a required score from the assessment. So in order not to confuse you, you're given an assignment or a term paper which has a specific mark that you must meet, and if you don't meet this mark, you can't get the bonus point added to your exams. So it is considered that if you fail this bonus point, then you're only going to write the final exams and get a grade from it. But if you also pass the assignment, which is the bonus point, and then you also pass the exams, it's all added together. You get the bonus point, which makes you even pass the exams really well. But if you don't, like I said, if you don't get the required mark from the bonus point from the assignment or term paper, then it's not added to your exams, and then you have to fight for a total. Then you have to fight to pass the cutoff mark for each exams, or for that particular exams that you will be writing. It can be a shock to most students who are already used to continuous assessment or smaller classes. One thing you should note is that you need to be self-motivated and be ready to put in a lot of independent work. Now next up is the social life. Here it's not exactly what you think. German students tend to focus more on their studies. So campus life isn't as social as you might expect it to be. It can be even harder to meet people, especially if you're in a program with lots of international students, as most of their social life schedule can be different from yours. But don't worry, there are lots of student clubs which you can join, where you can make friends if you can put yourself out there. Now next up is the exams and grading. German exams are intense. Put this at the back of your mind. German exams are intense. Many courses have only one exam at the end of the semester, which determines your entire grade. The grading can be really tough, so you can put in so much effort, write an exams, and at the end of the day you see a 4 point and you ask yourself, but I wrote so much. So just so you know, the grading can be really tough for some courses. Unlike some grading systems where a high percentage guarantees an A, in Germany getting an A or a 1.0 is rare and reserved for the very top. Prepared for rigorous exams and some real competition. Here, this is where you see some amount of failures, and then you see students begin to drop out of their universities. What I can advise you on is seniors come in handy. So what this means, like I said earlier on in this video, is try to network with seniors who are already ahead of you, who are also studying the same program as you are, and also try to plan your studies and see how you can study at least 8 hours per night, either at the library or self-study at home. Some universities offer incredible opportunities, cutting edge programs, and yes, affordable education, but it's not all smooth sailing. If you're prepared for the hidden costs, language barrier, and academic independence, the journey could be the perfect place for your studies. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as well as give this video a thumbs up by liking this video, and also share this video. That way it gets to a wider audience. And if you have questions around studying in Germany or opportunities in Germany, leave it in the comment section. Until the next one, I love you guys. Stay focused, stay motivated. Peace out.